Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 208. The last time I did an album review was 3 months ago. The album that I reviewed was about West Side Connection's first album, Bow Down, with Ice Cube, Mac 10, and Dub C, released in 1996. I think that's a classic album. Ew, excuse me. I just had dinner, so excuse me. Yeah, that was embarrassing. um, but the album. The album that I'll be reviewing tonight is Xzibit with his second album, 40 Days and 40 Nights, released in 1998. Yeah, sorry for the glare. Alright, that's what it looks like. This is his second album. For those who don't know Xzibit's an MC from L.A. He was born in Detroit, then moved to he moved to New Mexico, then he relocated to Los Angeles, and that's where he got his name from. He got his name in the game. I did a review on his first album, At the Speed of Life, a couple years ago. Very, very dope. On one of my favorite albums from the West Coast. Very underrated, if you ask me. This is when Xzibit was just putting his name out, because you guys should know Xzibit. He was affiliated with. He's known for his affiliation with Alcoholics, King T. That whole Liquid crew, you know what I mean, the Liquid Connection. Yeah, so this is his second album. There are 4 singles off the album. The singles are 3 called Molly, What You See Is What You Get, Pussy Pop, and Los Angeles Times was actually featured on the song The Whole soundtrack that came out in 97. Very dope soundtrack. Alright, so that's what the album looks like, as I said before. Alright, very dope pick. The back looks like, pretty dope, you know what I mean? That's what the C looks like right here. Pretty dope, you know what I mean? Then that's what the C looks like. Pretty cool. Sorry for the glare. Very, very dope. Sorry I lost the teeth, but I got this used, and plus I got another copy, so I just didn't feel like digging that out. It was like right there, so I was like, fuck it, Alright. It's pretty much the same as the back cover. Pretty cool. And if you notice, like, the enhanced CD was his enhanced CD. That right there, at the time, like, when this came out in the 90s, at the time, like, we had, Windows 95, Windows 98 at the OS, and what was cool about that OS was the fact that, certain CDs you could pop in, and you could see like exclusive content, like whether it be like videos or like a tour of the studio or some shit like that. So, or you get like a different song or some shit like that, like an exclusive song that you won't be able to get like on the track listing, but you get it if you get it on the computer. So that was pretty interesting. Let me get through the water. Good stuff. Alright, so show you what the inside of the album cover. Alright. Open it up. Alright, you see, Xzibit and his crew. That's pretty dope. Alright, then open it up. See right here. Pretty cool, dope picture of Xzibit. And then on here you see like the P.O. box, like you can if you want to buy like a shirt from him and stuff like that, you just mail that in and things like that. So that's pretty cool. And over here, show him and like the producers and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. Got like the shirts, the t-shirts, the hats, the hoodies, and all the jackets. So that's pretty cool. Pretty dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Alright. Alright, so show you guys that. Pictures. Alright, so let's get into the producers. The producers are Sir Jinx, Buddha. You guys know Buddha. I've mentioned him before on the West Side Connection. Buddha was affiliated. He's known for his affiliation with Dr. Dre. He was under Dr. Dre and shit. Jesse West, DJ Pen One, Dayz Osa, dope producer. A Kid Called Roots, dope producer as well. Superfly, you guys should know him from he did stuff for Snoop Dogg and the Dogfather, Death Row and shit. Let's see who else. I've mentioned Dayz also. Let's see who else. Sir Jinx, DJ Glove, Buddha I've mentioned before, Mel-Man, another producer affiliated with Dr. Dre, was like the understudy. E Swift, dope producer, and Montage One. All right. Features on the album. The features are Razzcast and Sapphire. Let's see who else. Defari, Montage One, mentioned before. Jayo, Felony, and Method Man. The Alcoholics and King T and Montage One. Alright, those are the features. You know how I get down. I'm gonna go through some of the tracks and spit some lines like I usually do. Alright. Track 1 is the intro, The Last Night in parentheses. It pretty much starts off with you hear a bunch of newscasters down in downtown Los Angeles, like City Hall, which I'm assuming they're at the courthouse. They're waiting for the verdict, to reach the verdict at midnight and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's like Xzibit. He's caused a lot of shit. He's like menace to society, and they're gonna try to find his verdict, whether he's guilty or not, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. And then like in the background you hear the paparazzi instrumental like very faintly, but yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Kind of very cinematic, something you would hear from a movie. Excuse me. Get some water. Yeah. So that's the intro. Track 2, Chamber Music. Dope song, very dope way to start the album. Love the bass line for it, very dirty, very grimy, love it. I love the line where he says, "Stand at attention, make sure you keep your piece clean. When I release steam, police crime scenes to guillotines, hit and decapitate the birdcage, featherweight, critical thinking while you add water to concentrate." Killed that. Woo! I love that. Track 3, 3-Card Molly. That's one of the singles of the album. It's the third single of the album. That features Razzcast and Sapphire. And funny enough, Razzcast and Sapphire was also featured on the first album, At the Speed of Life, with a song called Plastic Surgery, which I think Sapphire and Razzcast, they all killed it, but Sapphire, he killed that shit with his deep voice and shit. It's amazing he doesn't really make music no more because he's paralyzed and shit. He has like some type of disease, I forgot what it was, but that got him like paralyzed from the neck down and shit. It was unfortunate, but I think Razzcast, in my opinion, he had the best verse, in my personal opinion. I love the line when he says on Section 8 with multiple 187s, sport a Marilyn Manson t-shirt when I die and go to heaven, smoke a beanie, scrape my lungs, smoke the resin. Killed that. I love that. Fucking love that shit. And that was Razzcast back in 98 during the assassination era, which that album was good. It's not so nice, but he definitely was dope on that album. Little a little bit too much filler. Had a bit filler, but nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would have to do a review on that album someday. Yeah, so that's our 3-Card Molly. Very dope song right there. Track 4, What You See Is What You Get, which is the first single of the album, and it's actually considered to be his most breakthrough song, his highest chart, his most successful single in his career. And rightfully so, because he definitely goes in on that, and I love the video for that shit. I wrote some lines for what he said. I like the line when he says, "Start stalking you down, breaking you new grounds, construction work, heavy artillery, put your dick in the dirt, stay alert, the game is rough, so you might get hurt. Slug burnt through your jacket, through your sweater, through your shirt." Whoo! Killed that shit. I love that, man. He really killed that shit right there. Yeah, man, very dope joint. What you see, what you get. Dope beat by Jesse West. Track 5, Handle Your Business. That features Defari. Very dope joint right there. Xzibit, he killed it. Love the line where he says, "Smoke of this motherfucker with the raw shit. I'm blessed with looking at the world. Burn for the young and the desperate. Short heart but got cardiac arrested. More than a nigga with an image and a press kit. Directs hit. Desert land, desolate. The whole intent to rock the shit. neither keep the herb list keep the herb lit. Killed that. I love that. That's what I'm saying, man. Like Xzibit, when it comes to lyricism, people don't talk about that, you know, because people always think of him of the dude on 8 Mile or Pimp My Ride, but you know, people don't know about this Xzibit. You know, when he was hungry and he, you know, he was nasty on the mic, man. I fucking love that, man. But yeah, that was track 5, Handle Your Business, very dope joint right there. Track 6, Nobody Sound Like Me, very very dope track. Dope use of the Raekwon Shark Biters skit, you know, that you know, with Ghostface when he says nobody better sound like me on no album, but he just looped it, nobody sound like me over a beat, and I thought that was pretty dope. Um, I love the line when he says, "It's Xzibit say savage about the average when niggas try to switch turn bitch for the cabbage, but see all that's irrelevant. It's like trying to turn a whore celibate. I dance with the devil for the hell of it." Woo! He killed that. I love that. That was pretty dope. Alright, then we got track 7, Pussy Pop featuring Method Man and Jayo Felony. That was like the 4th and final single. I did not like the song at all. I felt like it didn't fit the album. I understand why he did that, you know, trying to gain that mainstream appeal, but it just wasn't that good. I didn't write anything on it, so you know, it is what it is. Track 8, Chronic Keeping 101. You know, it's just him, you know, just in a Buddha session, you know, he's with his boys, having a Buddha session, having a smoke session and shit. You know, it's passing the, you know, the weed around, and you know when niggas get, you know, they get high and shit, you know, they just talking, you know, talking like they're smart and I mean, not saying that they're not smart, but they be trying to get too intellectual, like niggas just realize smoking weed. You get that from that. I thought that was pretty funny. Let me get super water. Alright. Then we got track 9 with Shrooms. It's a very funny track. It uses the Funky Worm sample by Ohio Players, which has been used numerous times, especially in West Coast hip hop. But in this track, he tells about his experience taking shrooms for the first time and how he had a bad trip. It's pretty funny, man. An example of this is when he said picking up clothes, trying to fold the shit. See my riot gauge on the wall. Better unload the shit. Fucked up niggas and firearms don't mix right. Cocked the back to chamber, dumping shells till it felt light. Like, god damn, nigga. Like, what kind of shrooms you taking, yo? Jesus Christ. You gonna try to fold clothes and then you see a shot and you... Like, come on, man. That's crazy, man. But, yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. That was Shrooms. That was an okay track. It was funny. It's not my favorite track. It's not something I go to anytime I listen to this album. I tend to skip over that. Track 10, Focus. To me, another track I wasn't really too crazy. I wasn't too fond of. But I did write a line that I did like from it. I think he did deliver a delivery. It just, to me, it was the beat. I didn't really like the beat. But I like the line when he says, I isolate to eliminate. That's the mind state. Never violate. I make your whole chest dilate. Defeat my appetite to annihilate. I carry weight from state to state. He killed that. That was fucking dope, man. That's like some straight soldier shit. I love that. Alright. That was track 10. Track 11, Jason, 48 Months Interlude. It's just pretty much so like, you know, a whole bunch of people on an answer machine, like answer machine messages and stuff like that over a beat, you know, nothing too crazy. Track 12, Deeper, very dope track right there. Very, very dope. Love that. I like the line when he said, I'm making motherfuckers run like DMC. The liquid MCs here to blaze a nigga like a fat one, non-radio banging shit going platinum, and keep strapping them with a Colt 45 while my own English leave you broken down with a crooked eye. Woo! Killed that shit. I love that. Excuse me. Yeah, that was Deeper. Very dope joint right there. Track 13, Los Angeles Times. I've mentioned before, that's a song that was featured on the song Soul in the Hole soundtrack is the basketball documentary. Very, very dope soundtrack. I haven't seen that documentary. I would like to see it. Hopefully it's on YouTube so I could check it out. But I would like to get it on DVD, but I could imagine it being a little pricey. But that's Los Angeles Times. Very dope joint right there. It's actually the second single off the album. I like the line where he said, "Niggas pull rep from the crack of their ass. Maintain do your thing. This too shall pass. I season beef with lead pieces, then cook it with gas. I'm from the school of hard knocks, way ahead of in class. Xzibit hard to get through like bulletproof glass. Break it down like Johnny Cochran, then mix it with hash." He killed that. That was fucking gangster. That was dope. I like that bulletproof glass line. That was pretty dope. That was track 13, Los Angeles Time. Definitely sound like something that Diamond D would have done, around that time. Very dope joint right there. Track 14, Inside Job, one of my favorite tracks off the album. What I got from that was, him, going to his trap house and, counting the money, and then somebody answer the door trying to get, score some drugs, and it's some people trying to cop, but them not knowing they're D's and shit. So, he's counting the money and shit, like Xzibit's counting the money in the kitchen, but he doesn't have his gun with him. And then next thing you know, they fucking get him and stuff like that. They have him cornered and that kind of thing. He manages to escape and then get his gun, and then things like that. And then next thing you know, he starts bucking back at them and shit like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like the line when he says, "I ran to the living room and got the heat from under the couch, smashed out into the middle of the street, started blasting, pumping out the getaway cars, but they was mashing. I thought I heard the homies just in time for the action. Police stood at the corner with the resin whites flashing." Fucking dope. I love that. You could just picture that. Very, very dope. That's another thing too. He's a dope storyteller, and people don't really give him that. Prime example, the track "Hit and Run Part 2" on this At the Speed of Life. I thought that was pretty dope. That's Inside Job, very dope joint. Love the beat, love the storytelling of the album on that song. Excuse me. Another track I like is the next track, 15, "Let It Rain" featuring King T, and Let It Rain. Yeah, it's "Let It Rain" featuring the Alcoholics and King T. Possibly is probably my favorite song off the album. Love the beat, very dope, very energetic. In my personal opinion, I feel like Jayo from the Alcoholics had the best verse. I love the line when he said, "You got beef, then holler. My crew stick together like Richie and Dollar. We got the boom boom class, shake you like Don Knotts. They biting like a room full of pits of rocks." Woo! That shit is ill, son. I love that. That's fucking dope. That was track 15, "Let It Rain." Love the beat for that. I wish there was a video for that. Track 16, "Recycled Assassins." That's featured Montage 1, and he actually did the beat on this song. In my opinion, I feel like he had the best verse on this joint. I like the line when he says, "Nobody saw shit cause it's not cool to break the rules of the code of the streets. Niggas frightened by the visions of the blood in the streets. And it's deep how blood dries as a mother cries. Open eyes getting let on by flies." Damn, that is fucking deep right there. You can just picture that dead body, see the mom, see his son, dead in the street, all bloodied up, all shot up and shit. You see flies falling on the body, on his eyeball. That's crazy, man. You can just picture that. Yeah, dope track. I love it. Love the beat for it. You know what I mean? Very laid back, but like, kind of like, it has like a really melancholy feel to it. I thought that was pretty dope. And track 17, "Outro." It's a skit of a Vietnam vet. Talk about how he was a Vietnam vet. Talks about the tours that he did during that year, during the Vietnam War. And then he explains that in 1974, his son came to the picture, and that son was Xzibit. So that was Xzibit's father talking in the picture and stuff like that. And he talks about how Xzibit grew up as a man, how he's went through hard times, but then those hard times got him through, made him who he is today. And I was reading a little bit about Xzibit, before doing this, about how his mom died when he was, I think 10 years old, Then he ended up moving with his father and his stepmom, and then they had like a falling out. Then he ended up moving to Los Angeles with his sister, and that's how he got his rap game. That's how he got his rap career, and I think in that year, in '98, that's when they reconciled. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool to have his pops on this album. And that's pretty much it. So 17 tracks. This album, the verdict of this album, very dope album. My second favorite Xzibit album. Very underrated. In my opinion, this was his breakthrough album. It's the album that really got him noticed worldwide, in my personal opinion, because like I said, after Speed of Life, he was like more underground. People just knew him for like the Alcoholics, like his feature on the Coast to Coast album. I forgot the name of the song there. I think it was Hit and Run Part 1, and then he made Part 2 on After Speed of Life. But then when he came out with his solo album, he was like more underground, if anything. Like he was known in the West, but not really so much in the East. You know what I mean? But he was known, but he didn't get national or international fame until this album. This was like the breakthrough album, and that was due to What You See Is What You Get, the single, which was like his biggest single to date. And like I said, very dope album. You know what I mean? I love the production on this album. This is a step up from At the Speed of Life. There was like only a couple of songs I didn't care for. I didn't care for Pussy Pop. I didn't like Focus. And yeah, what was the other song I didn't like? Yeah, Focus, Pussy Pop. Shrooms was okay. You know what I mean? I wasn't too crazy about that, but I did like the lines on it. But once again, very dope album. I highly recommend it. Again, stop thinking Xzibit as the dude that just did Pimp My Ride, or the dude from 8 Mile getting clowned by Eminem, because you guys are definitely missing out if that's the case, man. But this is a very dope album. You like West Coast hip hop, West Coast boom bap hip hop. You like that you like that alcoholic sound, but more aggressive, then you'll definitely enjoy this album right here. And that's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Definitely stay tuned for more videos. Alright, peace.